When George Hamilton fell in love with Lynda Bird Johnson, he wasn't just dating the daughter of a powerful man, he was stepping into the orbit of the White House itself. Her father, Lyndon B. Johnson, reportedly reacted with suspicion, ordering scrutiny that transformed a young Hollywood star into a subject of federal attention. In an instant, romance turned political. What might have been a glamorous love story became something darker, a lesson in how quickly fame can shift from spotlight to surveillance. Yet, if there was one thing Hamilton understood, it was survival. His life would prove that reinvention is sometimes the only real power a star possesses. A golden boy rises too fast. Hamilton's ascent in Hollywood was meteoric, blessed with matinee idol looks and an almost theatrical composure. He quickly captured attention in an industry always hungry for the next leading man. Early acclaim followed, including a Golden Globe for New Star of the Year, an honor that placed him among the most promising actors of his generation. The industry embraced him as a heartthrob, polished and impossibly poised. But success came with invisible chains. Hollywood loved his charm, yet confined him to it. The image of the suave playboy became both his passport and his prison, shaping public perception before he could define himself. Childhood in motion and illusion. Born on August 12, 1939, in Memphis, Tennessee, Hamilton's early life carried a sheen of glamour. His father led an orchestra, touring with musicians and singers, while his mother embodied Southern sophistication and social ease. Hotels, performances, adult conversations, and elegant evenings filled his earliest memories. It felt like a child's version of Hollywood, before Hollywood itself. But beneath the polished exterior lay fragility. The glamour depended on stability that did not truly exist. The stage lights flickered, and when they dimmed, the reality beneath proved far less secure than the surface suggested. The first collapse. In 1944, when Hamilton was just 5, his parents' marriage unraveled after his father's affair with a singer. The rupture shattered the illusion of stability. His mother, suddenly alone with 3 young sons, moved the family to Blytheville, Arkansas, to live with her parents. For a brief moment, life slowed. Surrounded by grandparents who offered warmth and steadiness, young George absorbed lessons in politeness, composure, and social grace. These weren't simply manners, they were survival tools. In the South, one learned to smile even in discomfort. That lesson would later become central to Hamilton's carefully managed public persona. Loss upon loss. The stability proved temporary. In 1947, both grandparents died in quick succession, erasing the last sense of grounding. Faced with uncertainty and limited options, Hamilton's mother made a decision as dramatic as any Hollywood script. She flipped a coin to choose between New York and Hollywood. The coin landed on California. With that simple toss, the family's trajectory shifted toward the epicenter of the film industry. It was a gamble fueled by desperation and ambition. For George, it marked the beginning of a life defined by movement, reinvention, and the constant need to adapt. A boy who learned to blend California did not bring immediate stability. His mother remarried several times, prompting relocations across cities: Beverly Hills, Boston, New York, Palm Beach. Each move meant a new school, unfamiliar faces, and shifting social hierarchies. Hamilton developed a sharp observational instinct. He studied people carefully, learning how to enter a room and quickly determine who he needed to be. Charm became armor. Composure became camouflage. While other children found identity in roots, he found it in performance. The polished exterior that would later define him was forged not in film studios, but in classrooms and hallways where fitting in meant survival. Stepping into Hollywood. By 1957, Hamilton returned to Hollywood with focused ambition. He did not arrive backed by powerful mentors or elite training academies. Instead, he relied on the skill he had honed for years, convincing others he belonged. Hollywood in the late 1950s overflowed with handsome hopefuls, but Hamilton carried himself differently. There was a quiet assurance in his posture, a sense that he understood image as currency. Casting directors noticed. He began securing roles that highlighted both his charisma and intensity, quickly positioning himself as more than just another face in the crowd. Love, politics, and power. Hamilton's romance with Lynda Bird Johnson thrust him into unprecedented territory. Dating the daughter of a sitting president meant that private life could no longer remain private. Reports that President Johnson ordered investigations into Hamilton's background illustrate how swiftly personal relationships can become political liabilities. For a young actor, the experience was sobering. He was no longer navigating studio politics alone. He was confronting national power. The lesson was clear. Proximity to influence invites scrutiny. Hamilton survived the episode, but it reinforced a truth he already sensed. Visibility always carries risk. Breaking the image trap. As the 1960s gave way to new cultural currents, Hollywood's tastes shifted. The clean-cut leading man archetype evolved, and actors who failed to adapt often faded. Hamilton, however, recognized the danger of stagnation. Rather than cling to youthful romantic leads, he leaned into self-awareness. His performance in the 1979 comedy Love at First Bite showcased this pivot brilliantly. Playing a disco-era Dracula, he embraced parody without surrendering sophistication. The role earned him another Golden Globe nomination and proved he could transform his image into satire, an early example of branding before the term became fashionable. Reinvention in the television age. As film roles fluctuated, Hamilton found new platforms. Television offered intimacy and access to audiences beyond cinema. Reality programming, cameo appearances, and sitcom roles introduced him to younger viewers unfamiliar with his early stardom. A brief appearance on Two Broke Girls demonstrated his strategic thinking. Small roles, big recognition. He understood that visibility in the right cultural moment could spark renewed interest. Rather than resist modern formats, he embraced them. Television became not a step down, but a bridge connecting past glamour with contemporary relevance. Turning tan into triumph. Perhaps the boldest reinvention came through advertising. In 2016, fast food giant KFC launched its rotating celebrity campaign portraying Colonel Sanders. Hamilton accepted the role, donning the white suit and turning his famously bronzed complexion into the punchline. It was self-parody, executed with precision. What some might have dismissed as beneath a former leading man became a masterstroke of brand management. By laughing at his own image, he disarmed critics and engaged a digital generation fluent in irony. He returned for another installment in 2018, confirming that this wasn't nostalgia, it was strategy. The man who became a brand. Across decades, Hamilton accomplished something rare. He transformed himself from actor to enduring brand. Awards, nominations, romantic headlines, and reinventions formed chapters of a larger narrative about control. He understood that Hollywood's affection is temporary, but identity, carefully shaped, can outlast trends. Rather than resist typecasting, he refined it. Rather than deny aging, he integrated it. The polished smile and legendary tan became emblems of continuity. Behind them stood a man shaped by childhood instability, political scrutiny, and industry volatility, yet unwilling to be erased by any of them. Conclusion: survival as an art form. George Hamilton's life is more than a tale of fame. It is a study in adaptation. From a coin flip decision that brought him to California to federal scrutiny during a presidential romance, from early accolades to comedic self-reinvention, his journey reflects resilience beneath refinement. He did not remain relevant by accident. He studied eras, anticipated shifts, and repositioned himself accordingly. Whether admired for his branding genius, his calculated pivots, or his refusal to fade quietly, Hamilton represents a rare archetype. The star who survives not by resisting change, but by mastering it. In Hollywood's unforgiving spotlight, that may be the greatest performance of all.